preparing here for heat number 3. Lance King is the rider in red from the USA, rides in the British League for Kings Lynn. He starts off the inside gate 1. Is Lance King in the red helmet colour. Next to him, gate 2 for the rider in blue, Tony Rickardsson from Stockholm. In white, it's Simon Wigg, and starting off the outside, Jimmy Nilsson. And away they go on the third race, and a good start by Nilsson. Rides here for Stockholm and also in the British League for Swindon. And it's Jimmy Nilsson leading from Lance King up there in second place. Back in third is Simon Wigg. Nilsson leads it into the turn. King holding second place, Wigg in third. And we could have a battle here between King and Wigg, getting a bit close. Meanwhile, Nilsson heads for home as they reach the halfway stage. Nilsson, King and Wigg, the front 3. Tony Rickardsson way back. And King preparing for a bit around the outside of Nilsson up front. The Swede holds on to his advantage though with 1 lap remaining. King still looking for a path through. And Wigg getting up there as well, and in fact going through on the inside of King. Wigg through to second. Nilsson leads. Wigg now is in second place. King back in third. And that's how they finish heat number 3. A victory then for Jimmy Nilsson, second Simon Wigg, and third 1 point for Lance King. So the riders coming up to the tapes here for heat number 5. Second outings for Per Jansson in red, Michael Blixt in blue, John Davis in white, and Simon Wigg in yellow-black. Per Jansson has 3 points so far, starting off the inside. Michael Blixt still to score. John Davis has 2. Simon Wigg also has 2 points. Away they go, and a good start for Jansson off the inside. And Wigg away well too from gate 4. Good race between this pair up front, with Jansson on the inside, and Wigg now going on from the outside line to take the lead. Simon Wigg with a long left leg stuck out in front. He leads into the turn. Second place is Per Jansson. And back in third in the blue helmet colour, it's Michael Blixt. Simon Wigg out in front, England's test match captain of course. Simon rides in the British League for Oxford. Per Jansson started off with a win here today, back in second place. Wigg leading comfortably now as they come off the turn. With 1 lap remaining, and there is the gap between Wigg and Jansson. Jansson in fact won this individual event here in Stockholm last year. The first Swede in fact to win the Nissan Open for 12 years. But it's Wigg who takes the honours here in heat number 5, claiming the 3 points. Wigg the winner, second Jansson, and third in blue, Michael Blixt. And coming up to the starting grid here for heat number 7, with Tony Rickardsson of Stockholm, the rider in red. Wojtek Zabialovic of Poland is the rider in blue. Didn't score from his first outing. Riding in white, Bosse Aron from here in Stockholm. He scored 1 point in his first ride. And in yellow and black completing the lineup is Tommy Knudsen, the most experienced rider in this company from Denmark and Coventry. He's got 3 points so far. He starts off the outside. We look for Knudsen as they make the break. It's Knudsen around the outside, some way back. Up in front, Bosse Aron who leads. But look at Knudsen powering along that back straight. And it's Knudsen, the first to dive into the turn. Knudsen from third to first. Good performance from the Coventry captain. Back in second place is Bosse Aron, but he's now pegged back to third position as Rickardsson goes through to second place. It's the red helmet colour of Rickardsson back in second. Meanwhile up front, Tommy Knudsen, a clear leader with a very, very good first quarter. In fact, a very good first lap from the Dane. It's the smooth style of the leader, Knudsen. 3 points from his first ride, and looking to add to that tally with 3 more from heat 7. Knudsen smoothly around the turns, and straightening up his machine now to take the checkered flag, the winner of heat 7. Knudsen wins it, 3 more points for him, takes his tally to 6. Second in red, Tony Rickardsson, and third in white, Bosse Aron. So starting off the inside here is Tommy Knudsen, who's dropped just the 1 point to Lance King in his fourth ride. In blue next to him, starting off gate 2 on the grid, is Jimmy Nilsson, beaten just the once by Kelvin Tatum in his third outing. Per Jansson, 10 points so far. That's 2 wins, 2 seconds, and he is the current holder of this particular championship. But the rider in yellow and black on the outside, he's got 12 points. It's Erik Gundersen, and the twice world champion has already won this Swedish Open event on 3 previous occasions. He achieved a hat-trick of successes between 1984 and 1986. So after a bit of toing and throwing, away they go, and the first one to make the jump is Tommy Knudsen off gate 1. It's the red helmet colour of the Danish rider who leads. Back in second place, Erik Gundersen, and in third spot, just seeing him lose his helmet colour there, it's Jimmy Nilsson. Nilsson, the locally based rider, rides here at Stockholm and also for Swindon. He's back in contention there, up into second place now at the expense of Gundersen, who drops back to third. So it's Knudsen, Nilsson and Gundersen. And indeed, if it stays like this, then today's event will belong to Knudsen. Gundersen desperately needs to get up to second place to force a runoff. Knudsen on 11 points. Jimmy Nilsson also has 11, of course, so it's between this pairing. But Gundersen has 12, but needs a second at least to force a runoff. Knudsen making no mistakes so far, smoothly around the third turn there, just going a little wide. Chance there perhaps for Nilsson to squeeze through, but not quite. It's Knudsen who takes the checkered flag. The winner of the all-important heat number 19, second place Jimmy Nilsson, and back in third place in yellow-black Erik Gundersen. So it means that this man, Tommy Knudsen, takes this afternoon's top honours. And in second place, Erik Gundersen and Jimmy Nilsson, both on 13. So after a runoff, Jimmy Nilsson takes second place.
Here now is the...
Well, many of the top names were there. Roland Danner, home track specialist Peter Narlin, world finalist John Davis, as we've just seen, Jimmy Nilsson, Henrik Gustafsson, Connie Everson, another world finalist, England's Marvin Cox, and many of Sweden's young stars. So we've met the riders. Now let's join Cloive Fishaah.
Heat number 5, and in yellow and black in gate 1, Kenneth Nystrom. In red in gate 2 is Roger Johns. In gate 3 in white, unbeaten, winner first time out, Henrik Gustafsson. And on the outside in blue is John Davis. Heat number 5. And away they go, and shut away it is Gustafsson and Davis who gets to the first turn. Can Gustafsson hold off the challenge of John Davis through to a world final? No, Davis drives down the outside of Henrik Gustafsson. Now then, are we in for the first shock of the night? But Gustafsson now picks up some drive on the inside. Now look at him go. Never quite made it that time, but he certainly saw the gap and he went for it. And again he does. Just look at him. 17 years of age and he's through like grease lightning. Now can Davis come back? It's Nystrom back in third place, Roger Johns in fourth. But Henrik Gustafsson with 2 laps gone. A sheer delight to the crowd to watch that. He watched the slip of Davis on the bendy 4, but when Davis drifted slightly wide on the first turn of lap number 2, he was through and said thank you very much. So, 1 lap to go, and Gustafsson built up a commanded lead over John Davis. Kenneth Nystrom back in third place, and Roger Johns a long, long way back in fourth. So, round the final 2 bends, and just look at the style and the class oozing out of this 17-year-old. It's Henrik Gustafsson to win. Number 8, and in red is Christer Karlsson, blue Roland Danner, white Connie Everson, yellow Peter Karlsson. So Everson now round the outside of Christer Karlsson and does it again in superb style. He came from the back on the first turn at his opening race, and he does it again in heat number 8. Everson in front, Christer Karlsson in second place, Roland Danner third, and Peter Karlsson back in fourth place now, coming up to challenge Roland Danner. Trying to drive round in outside, then cutting back. Oh, and Peter Karlsson very, very nearly comes to grief. Lifts terribly, manages to control the machine. Danner looks over his shoulder, sees that he's there. Don't know about the man in front, that's Connie Everson. Second place, Christian Carlson. The battle is for third place now. Peter Carlson drives underneath Dano. Can he hold on? No, Dano's too wise. He manages to keep hold of third place just. Coming round the final two bends of heat number 8. There then. Peter Carlson trying the outside line. Will he cut back? He do indeed. Everson wins it. Yes, he just gets there. Great ride. 12 and away. First time for Gustafsson. Breaks from the takes. Dano is now trying to go around the outside of it. Roland Dano does indeed go around the outside of Henrik Gustafsson. Now we could be in for a really good scrap. It is Dano. Now can Henrik Gustafsson cut at the inside now, just watch him move. Not that occasion he can't. Back in third place is Tony Rickardsson. Now can Gustafsson do it this time? Down the back straight. Just look at the power these two riders are getting from their machine. It's Roland Dano mid-track. Gustafsson now trying to cut at the inside. Will he do it this time? There's certainly not a lot between them, but one got the feeling that Gustafsson will have to try and go around the outside of Dano. He doesn't seem to be getting much grip on the inside. Dano's still in front. Gustafsson in second. Back in third place in yellow is Tony Rickardsson. It's just one lap to go. Now then, will Gustafsson try the outside line? No, he sweeps back on the inside and lifts and loses a bit of ground. This is it. The final effort from Gustafsson. Dano's got the measure so far. And out of the final turn, it's Dano the win. Gustafsson in second place. In third place in yellow-black was Tony Rickardsson.
So some great action there from the Tommy Jansson Memorial meeting.